In the beginning, it was not lost, it was hidden in the breath of the clouds. High in the Andes, at 2.430 meters above sea level, a royal sanctuary of the Inca rises between the sacred peaks of Huayna Picchu and Machu Picchu mountain. A city that chose the sky over the world below. Built in the 15th century under the reign of Emperor Pachacuti, this estate was not a fortress, not a common settlement, but a ceremonial royal retreat, a place where power became stone and stone became eternity. More than 200 finely crafted structures unfold across a precisely planned axis, aligned with mountains, solstices, and the movement of the sun. Every terrace you see is both architecture and agriculture, an engineering system of drainage, soil layering, and microclimate control that still functions after 5 centuries. Granite blocks, some weighing over 20 tons, were shaped without iron tools, without mortar, and lifted without the wheel, yet their joints remain so exact that even a blade cannot pass between them. This is not construction. This is political theology carved into the earth. Here, the royal procession once moved in slow ceremonial rhythm, nobles wrapped in the finest Kumbi textiles, feathers shimmering in the highland light, gold reflecting the sun they worshipped. Llamas passed quietly through the courtyards, not as symbols of labor, but as living wealth. The Temple of the Sun curves in perfect harmony with celestial observation, its windows marking the solstices with mathematical precision. Below it, the royal tomb connects the living ruler with the ancestors and the underworld, a vertical cosmology in stone. At the sacred plaza, the Temple of the Three Windows opens toward the mythic origin of the Inca, Tampu Tocco, the place of emergence. Displayed through height alone, but through alignment with the cosmos. Water, brought from a mountain spring, flows through 16 ceremonial fountains, each one cut with the same precision as the temples themselves, a choreography of purity and control. This was a court without walls, yet no one entered without permission. Only a few hundred chosen inhabitants lived here, priests, astronomers, royal attendants, and the Panica, the emperor's lineage. And then, in the early 16th century, the rhythm stopped. The Spanish never found this city. No chronicles describe its destruction. No battle scar marks its fall. abandoned, perhaps strategically, perhaps ritually, and the forest began its slow coronation. For nearly 400 years, Machu Picchu returned to silence. Until 1911, when Hiram Bingham, guided by local farmers, stepped onto these terraces and revealed it to the modern world. What he discovered had never been forgotten by those who lived in its shadow. Since 1983, it has stood as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, not as a ruin, but as a living archive of Inca intelligence. Today, restoration is an act of humility. Each stone is documented, each drainage channel protected. Each visitor step measured against the weight of time. The terraces still breathe. The mountains still govern the horizon. Fog still performs the same sacred unveiling every morning. But listen carefully, this is no longer only an Inca royal estate. Global ceremonial space, where memory replaces empire. Children walk where emperors once stood. Scholars read walls as if they were manuscripts. And the city that refused to be found now receives millions, yet keeps its silence. Because Machu Picchu was never about visibility. It was about harmony. And the geometry of the earth, between political authority and cosmic order, between presence and disappearance. As the sun sets along the original ceremonial axis, the granite turns to gold once more, the same light that touched Pachacuti, the same light that touches us. Nothing here is truly past. The water still flows. The stone still holds its breath. The mountains are still the throne. And when the clouds close again, the city returns to what it has always been. Not lost, but waiting. Thank you for walking through this timeless sanctuary with us. If you wish to continue exploring the world's greatest royal architectures in cinematic form, subscribe and let the next monument rise with the sun.